Okay guys, it's the Elite Fisherman here. Today I'll just be talking to you about the new Berkley Gulp Alive Waxies, but they recently came out with these. They're the white wax worms, also like maggots, and they are amazing. They'll work better than minnows on some days, and what you want to do to fish these are grab these little jigs. These are, well, this one right here is a Northland fishing tackle forage minnow. It's a little jigging spoon with the treble hook. And what you want to do is put one wax worm on one hook, another on another hook, and another on another hook. And what's this going to do is going to be like three of these maggots, both all together. So there's going to be three of them, and jigging this. And with this nice reflection on this jigging spoon, it's going to just attract those crappies, perch, and bluegill. Also, another way to fish them, and this is all for ice fishing I'm talking about here, because these are just meant for jigging under the ice. So another way to fish these is with this other little Northland fishing tackle little jig. It has double eyes, like 3D kind of. It's got a little red hook. And what you want to do here for those perch, bluegill, and crappies is put about 3 on this little hook. So that's going to create another, like, all these wax worms just stuck onto this little minnow. So, also for browns, like brown trout and pike, they'll also go after these wax worms. These just attract fish like no other. They're also, to fish them for browns and pike, and also steelhead, is you put about 10 of these wax worms on this little hook. So it's going to be a big ball of wax worms. But what you want to do is you just want to stick the fat end, because there's a fat end on these maggots right here. What you want to do is stick the fat end, is you just want to hook the fat end of them. And you just keep doing that, and you slide them all the way up here, and you just keep putting 10 of them on, and just fish those. Just about like 4 feet from the hole, and that will create like a little minnow stuck with all these wax worms. And for the crappies, with this jigging spoon, what you're going to want to do is fish this about 3 or 4 feet from the bottom. So drop it down through the ice to the bottom, and reel in about 3 feet, leave it, and just jig it nice and slow, and also fast depending on how they're biting that day. Also, with this little jig right here, you're going to want to make it touch bottom, so like this. It's going to be sitting up like that, and just jig it. Just jig it right on the bottom, so let it touch bottom, pick it up, drop bottom, just like that, so it makes it look like a minnow feeding on the bottom. And that's gonna create a little dust pile, so they'll see it and get attracted to it. So you could get all different types of fish on these. You could get some walleyes on this little jigging spoon. You could get all pike and stuff like that. So these Gulp Alive artificials, they are number 1. Just this little container right here comes with a lot of them. Comes with, doesn't say how many, but it's full right to the top. You can see that side view right there, right in here. It's full right to the top, and they're just all stuffed in there, and they're just going to attract those fish. And some days you'll get 100 bluegills, 100 good-sized bluegills on them, when you only get about 20 or so on minnows. So you could catch bluegills and crappies, perch, brown trout, and all that on these. So with this little jig, you know what you could also do? You could tail it with a minnow. Instead of these, let's say these waxies aren't biting, like nothing's feeding on them, which is very slim. Maybe the fish aren't having a good day, whatever, right? They're not into feeding. You just tail it with a minnow and jig that off the bottom. And man, will it attract fish. Alright, well, I hope this tip helped you. This little container will sell for about $6 to $8, depending on your local bait and tackle shop. It's worth the money, and hopefully you'll have some luck. Be sure to pick up these little jigging spoons. They're Northland Fishing Tackle forage minnows, and this little jig is made by Northland Fishing Tackle too. So I hope this helped you, and get one of these today. You won't regret it.